everyone. In this opportunity, Luis and I are going to talk about the book that To Kill a Mockingbird, and we are going to say the most important details from the book, as the characters, the themes, and the impacts that the book has in our life.
Okay, yeah, as Nancy was telling, this is a really interesting book that maybe teach us something really good. First of all, I will give you the characters, but we will just present the main characters of the book. We consider that the characters that was like the main characters of the whole story is Tom Robinson. Why? Because even though the one that narrated the story was Scott, but everything at the end unfolds with on Tom Robinson. So we consider that this man is like the center of the story. But as well, we had Atticus Finch. Atticus Finch is the man that is related with the topic of the story, To Kill a Mockingbird. Because as we can see, this man has the same qualities as this famous bird has. So as well, we had the little scout that was the girl who narrated the story. And we had her brother, as well we had Deal. Deal was a friend of Dan, and we can, in the story we can find as many characters as possible, but we consider that those characters are the ones that really take an important place in the whole story. So, as we were saying, the story unfolds in the characters of Tom Robinson, and as well, it gives us the idea of the themes of the story. Why? Because as we notice, the themes from this story are racism. Why racism? Well, we are not telling you this whole story, but we will present you the impact and the analysis of this story. And we consider that it is not fair to not mention that racism take an important place in the story, because what the narrator or the person who is telling the story tries to tell is how racism play an important role in all the events that take place in the story. Because as we know, Tom Robinson was a black man in the story, and he suffered from this as well. He suffered from injustice because he was accused of rape Bella Eagles, who was the woman that is supposed to be raped by him, but at the end, it wasn't.
Now, the impacts that the book has in our life. First, we can notice that some years ago, black people suffer racism, and now we can see racism in another way. Why? Because people who live in the United States um, doesn't want who go to that country for another country. For example, they say that they don't want Latinos in their country, so Latinos suffer racism. It is something that people or we are accustomed to see because uh, people can suffer bullying and they can die because of that. Because racism and can be part of our life when we have friends that have some problems and it for his skin, and also the impacts that has in our life as readers is that we know the history from the United States in that decade, because we can see how United States is in our time, but we don't know what happened some years ago. So this book is like a reflection for us, because we cannot practice racism. We have to deal with people like they are. We cannot say that they don't have values or rights, because every single person has the same rights that us.
And something very important that we had to mention in this book is that the fact that the narrator is not a person who have I mean that a person who is not like a person who knows everything, but is a child. And that child pretend to give us a good message. And that message is that they can see the reality from another point of view, and maybe that point of view will be better from us. So we consider that the fact that Scout narrate the story is something really good because it tells us that maybe children saw what the reality of things are. And what I like about this story is the fact that it tells you the reality. Because I have read some books that are like giving you a story, and it's difficult for the characters to fake with that. But at the end, everything is happiness. But it wasn't it wasn't the message that this book, To Kill a Mockingbird, tried to give us.
I like that book because every book that we read before is with a happy ending, as you said. But
Yeah.
this one, the message that has is that you have to value people because you cannot be mean with people only for his skin off if he has some problems with their body.
Yeah, and nobody have give us the right that try, to judge people by
We
their
cannot
skin.
judge people.
This was our video. We hope that you like it.